Sons of God, it's time to get together again. Look, we have a great path of learning about Islam to educate ourselves, so we are better equipped to witness to the love of Christ and his righteousness. Let's walk it with humility, with open hearts, and with the word in our hands. God bless. Sons of God, out.
Was a big battle in the Western church. Right? Big battle. Because it was widespread. This wasn't something that was contained. It became very popular with certain parts of the world, of the regions. And it is believed that even in the 6th century, this was still in some areas, like pockets, that people still believed. And in North Africa, in parts of Arabia, this existed, this belief that Jesus was not the same substance as the Father. There was a distant creation. And it's very sad because this is where a lot of these, what they call pseudo means like, Christian cults began. So, if I could open this up and
I got a
show
question, Tony.
Sure.
You also had in that part of the world, which I don't know, but I've heard. Well, who were the Seleks?
The who?
The Seleks. They were in that time of Jesus also.
The Celtic. That's
okay. There you. Thank you, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Explain to me. You want to explain it to me?
Well, I don't know. They were connected to the Gnostic people. A lot of the people. I don't know too much history. I didn't go into them, but during the time, like Paul and all the tribes, they was dealing with those type of people.
And of Jude as well as James, he talks about them somewhat. But they had a slightly different belief that he was immaterial. They believed that anything made of flesh was sinful. They distinct themselves from others. It is really, really crazy.
Really?
But we're not doing on that today. What we're doing now is Arianism. Arianism was a big thing that almost destroyed the church in the Western Hemisphere. Okay? Arianism is often called the archetypal heresy because it strikes at the very heart, right? Let me make this a little bigger so you guys can see.
Yeah, it's true.
Right? It's essential for you because DNA is present almost in every modern group. This claims to follow Jesus while denying his deity. It's very, very important.
So they deny Jesus' deity.
Well, but there's a lot of groups like that. Okay, you'll be surprised. Okay, and what does the scripture say about that? No one can deny the Son and receive the Father. Right? No one comes to the Father except through the Son. Right? Just it doesn't happen. You can't do it.
Right.
Okay. So number one, the roots of Arianism was a time when it was not. In early 4th century Arius, a priest in Alexandria, began teaching that if the Father begot the Son, then the Son must have a beginning. See how twisted that is? Right? So let's see it again. Right? Priest in Alexandria began teaching that if the Father begot the Son, then the Son must have a beginning. But that's heresy, because the very word begot is not what people think it is. It has a great understanding and meaning. I'm going to show it to you guys so that you yourselves could understand what it means. Okay? Created nature. Jesus was the first and the highest of God's creations. Heresy. Through him the universe was made, but he himself is not eternal. Heresy. All right? And there's a Greek word meaning heteros ousios, a Greek term meaning of a different substance. Arios argue that Jesus was not the same substance as the Father. By the way, Arios came out with this. right? In the meeting before the emperor of Rome, right? Constantine, there you go. Emperor Constantine, right? And he wanted to hash out what is this, just bring all the truths out here. Who's telling the truth here? So Arius stood up and said, hey, listen, this is what I believe. I don't believe that the Son is the same substance of the Father. Well, it says that it said that a man stood up, a bishop, who was called Nicholas, Saint Nicholas, and withstood Arius to his face and struck him, and Arius struck him back and broke his nose. Guess who that man was? What we call every time in December 25th.
Santa
That's right, Santa Claus.
Claus.
Right, but in reality, he was Saint Nicholas, right, of Smyrna. He was a bishop of Smyrna, and his legend became where he withstood Arius in his face and told him that he was a liar and a heretic. He withstood him in his face. Anyways, getting back to the information here. So he says, created nature. Jesus was the first in the eyes of God's creations through him.
At the top, a piece of Arabic calligraphy that reads, "In the name of Allah." Below it, the 3 Greek characters that make up the numeral 600, 60, and 6. The shapes look strikingly similar,